Change Ram from shooting to balance. I saw that. And people were all like, oh, Ram's anything but balanced. Hey, I got a little something I want to tell all of you Guilty Gear Strive players that don't actually play consistently and that keep talking shit about Ram. Couple things. First thing, you never learned how to deal with her sword toss in the corner, and that is entirely a fucking you problem. There's a actually, hold on. All right, Guilty Gear players. We have to have a serious conversation about Ramlethal Valentine. Okay? Hear me out. When was the last time you went to the training room? I don't mean to lab a combo. Forget that Twitter clip. Alright? When was the last time you went to a combo, you sent the training bot to do an option, and then you found out how to deal with it? Never? That's crazy. And you're still complaining about Ram? Did you know you can 6P both her far slash and her heavy slash? Did you know that when you're in corner and she tosses sword before the explosion, right? You block the sword toss before the explosion, you have options. You can jump, you can dash. If you hit Ram, the explosion does not happen. You can also continue blocking. Did you know that? You don't have to mash and keep getting punished. Right? You can if it's working, but you could block. You can also throw. What? You could do a fucking invincible move. Okay. So let's just say for a second. Let's say she sword tosses and you didn't react fast enough so it explodes. What does Ram do? Did she throw out a kick to frame trap you? Maybe. What comes after the kick? A 6H where she does the shoving sword push motion? Okay. Then what? Like, there's so many things in the corner Ram can do. There's a limit. You can spend 30 minutes in training room to find an answer to 60% of those. Then, if you really want to, you can spend another hour figuring out what your character can do about her Slido, which is her flip, her command normals, her jump mix-up, and her other options. And you know what's fucking crazy about this? Do you want to know what's really wild about this tech? Once you do it with Ram, you now know how to take that same knowledge, that same practice of how to find an answer to a problem block string, frame trap, setup, Oki pressure, whatever it is. You can take that same knowledge and apply it to figuring out how to deal with that. I know it's fucking crazy. The feature has been in the game since launch. I don't know how to tell you this nicely anymore. I will be the villain, you fucking lazy piece of shit that just wants to complain on the internet. Go to the training room, record the thing, find out how to beat the thing. If you can't find out how to beat the thing, hold that fucking down back or down button as needed so that once that thing is done, you can answer it. And if that doesn't help, there's a million tutorials on the internet. And if that doesn't work, come to my fucking stream or Discord and we'll figure it out together. But stop going on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube live comments, all this shit and saying, haha, Ram is broken. Nerfed is a fucking ground. Haha. Soul is broken. I don't know how to deal with close slash. Stop being a fucking scrub. Oh, but I have a full-time job, Lucky. I don't have time. The fuck you don't. You're fucking smoking weed, partying with your friends, playing all these other games, doing your stupid fucking raids in whatever video game you play. Then you come to a fighting game and you're just like, hey, I want to beat up some newbie-ass scrubs, which is you, by the way. And you're like, ugh, I just want to be good without putting in any practice because I'm just good at video games. No, you're good at other video games because you played them your whole fucking life, so you have a foundation of knowledge on and what you need to do and how to get good at a new version of that specific genre of game. You obviously don't have that with fighting games yet. If you did, you wouldn't just be emptily complaining online about your fucking problems or doing an echo chamber because you heard some fucking social media person with big numbers that only has like maybe 10,000, 50,000, whatever thousand followers say something, and now you're just repeating it like a dumbass parrot without understanding the context. If a big fighting game player comes out and is like, hey, Happy Chaos is a problem, and they don't elaborate on it, maybe fucking ask them why they think that before you just parrot it, before you echo it. Form some own opinions, or at least have some kind of backing or knowledge or context or something, dude. Be your own person. I know I sound irritated, and I am a little bit. I'm not actually mad. I'm just like disappointed and tired of seeing the same fucking conversation from the FGC, especially the scrubs in the FGC, where they're like, hey, I want to be good at the game, but I don't want to be held accountable for mashing when I'm super negative or when it's not my turn or whatever the fuck their issue is at that time. I'm just tired of seeing it. And you know what's crazy? I was there not super long ago. I'm still there sometimes, but do you know what I fucking do? Do you know what I do? I do one of three things, maybe more or less. I might have miscounted. I just said a number because I'm heated. Either A, what I do is I go to the fucking training room and I figure it out if I care enough. B, I go, wow, that's crazy, or that's fucking wild, and I just hold that L. I don't go on Twitter and fucking rant about it. Or C, I look at the player or talk to the player if I have access to, and I say, yo, that's fucked up. How do I deal with that? I guess there's a fourth one. If I'm just playing a game that I have no intention of sticking with, I'll say to chat, yo, this shit's fucked up, or that's fucking crazy, or that's stupid, or why can X do X and get away with it? And I'm not necessarily looking for an answer. But you know what I don't do? When somebody else complains about the character, I don't just fucking go on a 6 fucking page tirade on Twitter where you need to hit the plus button a million times to add more text to just say, Ram annoying. Ram too good. Please nerf Daisuke. Daddy Daisuke, I'll suck your dick if you nerf Ram. Like, that's... Y'all need to figure your shit out. If Ram is still your biggest, most hated character, that means you fundamentally are stuck as a fighting game player. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay? Because there's characters in this game that have the most busted ass, disjointed ass far slashes. There's characters in this game that can not only deal almost melee levels of damage to you from full fucking screen, from close screen, from mid screen, that can also schmix you into oblivion, that have a fucking PRC on a button. There's those things, right? And then there's also fucking Ino's Oki pressure, which is a sin. And I love that character, by the way. That's one of my favorite characters. Yeah, I mean, Luffin's taking advantage of a good character. He's smart. You know, and then there's Zato. Don't even get me fucking started on Zato. Zatos have gotten away with being the biggest down players all of Guilty Gear, and I don't know how the fuck it happened. Zato is not bottom 6 or whatever the fuck they keep saying. Bottom 8. The only bottom is the people that play that character that can't fucking top 8 at their locals. Honestly, if you put 1,000 hours, 800 hours, 500 hours into playing Zato, and you still can't top 8 at your locals, or make it out of pools, brother, you got other problems. Okay? I'm throwing that out there right now. Like, the only thing you should be complaining about with Guilty Gear is stuff that actually matters. Okay? And when I say that, I mean, like, complain about the lack of content. Go for it. Complain about the connection issues. Fucking go for it. Complain about the lack of communication from the developers. Go for it. Right? Complain about the bottom of the cast not feeling nearly as good as the top mid of the cast, right? Your top 10s. Okay? Everybody can cook and strive, but in like the top 0.05%, it feels rad. There's a lot of characters that just can't keep up. A lot of characters lose on their offense. The best characters in Strive, the best characters in Guilty Gear Strive, Do not lose on their offense. That is what sets them apart from the rest of the cast. Okay? If you're looking at a character and they can continue their offense perpetually without positive bonus, your character is one of the best characters in the game. It is in the top percentile. And if you are a regular player like me, or people better than me, or people worse than me, it doesn't fucking matter, because you're not good enough for that to matter versus a fucking Potemkin, my guy. I'm sorry, you're just not. You're just not that fucking good. Put your ego aside. I understand it's a fighting game, but put your ego aside. You're not that fucking good. Okay? And if you are that good, go get some results at tournaments. Prove me wrong. Do your thing. But until then, you ain't shit. And neither am I. So, like, if you're getting beat by Ram, skill issue. If you're getting beat by Potemkin, skill issue. If you're getting beat by HC, skill issue. It doesn't matter who it is. At our level of play, and even with that little bit of variance up and down, skill fucking issue. All right? That is my hard opinion on that. And I am all for being positive in the FGC. I am all for, hey, let's all work on this shit together. But don't come to the conversation and just go, oh, Ram annoying, oh, Soul annoying, Omega lol, and then fuck off. Like, that doesn't do anything. It doesn't contribute to the overarching conversation. I'm gonna repeat this until the fucking day that I die. A lot of the ways you act in fighting games and the way you think about things and the way you talk about things is, in my opinion, a direct correlation to who you are as a person. If you are quick to make excuses in fighting games, you as a person lack accountability and responsibility. That's just the way I look at it. If you are unable to get better at fighting games and you actively want to get better at fighting games, this is an important distinction from unable to get better but don't care. If you actively want to get better and aren't or can't, that is because you are resistant to change and you're not fucking trying hard enough to learn how to change and or get better. Not saying you have to sit there and grind combos. There's other ways to learn how to get better. Okay. Now, if you're one of those people that's like, I don't really care if I get better and I'm not getting better, that's a whole different ball of wax, dude. I'm happy for it. If you're happy showing up, playing the game, going 5-5 or 8-2 or 0-10, you know, -18 over fish sticks, but you're happy by the time you're done, brother, you are in the best place out of all of us, and I am so fucking happy for you. That's how I was. No matter how I performed, as long as it wasn't in tournaments, I had a good time until the connectivity turned bad. As soon as the connection started getting to be shit, it was miserable. But if you're just happy to be here, happy to be playing the game, fucking rock on, never change. Unless you want to get better, then change. You Ram haters, I mean, you get your shit together. You Ram players, stop being foot fetish freaks. I hate all of you. Just kidding. I like Akana. And I like Zondo. I like Ditto. You guys are cool with me. I don't know the rest of you, so. I guess Giuno's okay too. You're okay too, Anime Illuminati. I forgot you're a Ram player like me. That's funny. And you know what? Every single one of you, I'm gonna betray you as soon as Dizzy comes out. I'm fucking gonzos.